And Josh, you have a closer look at everything happening right now across the country. It looks like a mess.
Yeah, a lot of activity happening across our region as we continue to pick up on a few of those heavier downpours through parts of the Central Plains. But you can see we've got wind reports coming out through the south, just the same up towards the high plains of parts of Idaho and Montana, and also some wind damage out towards the east. But let's go ahead and zoom into the Dakotas, out towards Iowa, Minnesota, still getting in on those heavier downpours. As those of us here in the Pacific Northwest are also dealing with just a few light rain showers. Nothing in the flooding category, but nonetheless good to see the return of some moisture here with our dry landscape really adding to the fuel to the fires that are already burning across our area. And that comes as the thunderstorm threat really starts to taper off for this afternoon. Still holding on to a little bit out towards the Spokane area. It's dry lightning that still poses the biggest threat to potentially starting and spreading new wildfires as we push our way through the rest of this afternoon and into the evening hours, again out towards the eastern sections of the state of Washington. Right now, cloudy skies, 66 degrees out towards the PDX areas. Our winds are out of the south at about 8 miles per hour. Sunset tonight right around 9:03 or so, as we expect to hold on to those mostly cloudy skies for the rest of the evening as those temperatures struggle to touch 70 degrees. We'll keep those mostly cloudy skies all the way through about the 9 o'clock hour as we prepare to slide back into the low 60s and a mostly cloudy night in front of us. As far as the allergy count goes, still sitting on the higher end of things as we work our way through Friday, Saturday into next week. But at least today, seeing a little bit of a dip, and that's all thanks to the moisture has once again returned to much of the Pacific Northwest. But the cooling and shower potential quickly comes to an end as everything moves from the west to the east. You'll notice that we get ever so slightly a ridge to build overhead, and that will help to dry us out, warm us back up just in time for the week's end into the start of the day on Saturday before another shallow trough kind of pushes the peak of that ridge over the Rocky Mountain states. And then we prepare for slightly cooler air to once again return to western Oregon and Washington. So here it is all timed out with the Futurecast, expecting still a hit and miss shower for the rest of this afternoon and into the evening hours. You might pick up on a few breaks in the clouds, maybe a little sliver of sunshine to poke its way through as a nice onshore flow continues to keep those relative humidity values slightly on the higher end of things. We'll wake up tomorrow with just a few lingering clouds, more sunshine, and that in turn will help us to warm back up again as we work our way into the afternoon hours, only expecting to get up into the upper 70s at best, maybe low 80s for a few of us, as we expect to see the clouds then roll their way back in for the start of the day Saturday. That's going to keep this weekend slightly cooler and maybe, if we're lucky enough, pick up on a stray raindrop or two through some of the more densely packed clouds. Additional rain accumulation through Saturday into Sunday. You'll notice that we get a little bit more green there on the map, picking up maybe a couple of 1/100ths of an inch. I think that's still slightly on the higher end of things. If anything, we're really going to start to dry out today and maybe an additional raindrop or two as we move our way into the weekend. So here's what's on tap for today. Low to mid 60s found out along the coastline, mostly cloudy skies and a few splash and dash showers. The I-5 corridor approaching 70 degrees. Some of us actually struggling to make it that warm as the hit and miss showers continue. It's still going to be dry out towards the east, but you'll notice a lot of these temperatures a lot cooler than what we have been, so that will help fire crews really get the upper hand as the Cascades also expect to get back up into the mid-50s for places like Government Camp with a few hit and miss showers. 7-day forecast. There you go. Almost approaching 80 degrees by the time we get to Friday. Still warming on Saturday with an increase in the cloud coverage later in the day. 82 that expected high. Still mild on Sunday with a hit and miss shower. And then we dry things out and slowly start to warm things up as we work our way into the middle of next week. So kind of cooler than what we've been used to in summers past, but I think a lot of people like that change.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny how 70 can all of a sudden feel cold when you've had 90 for a couple days. Yeah. Okay. We'll be right back. Stick around.